Welcome, everybody. A Film Fan 108 here, and yes, you've guessed it right. I have saved up more shipments, boxes, various packages that I have gotten from all kinds of boutique label goodness. So much anticipation of physical media love in order to show it off to you yet again in a massive, mega unboxing. This will be a good one yet again because this is a pretty goddamn good haul, man. Look at this. Alright? Oh, yeah. It's pretty goddamn massive. If I dare say so myself, man. There is so much to show off here. And man, this is going to be quite good, man. So let's get to it. Let's dive into all of the great boutique label physical media goodness, man. Let's get into it. Before we do that, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't to the channel. If you love how I talk about movies and physical media, definitely hit subscribe and be a part of the Film Fan Nation. I love my wonderful subscribers. You guys are amazing with the great feedback and the comments and the support. It's absolutely amazing. So if you like how I talk about physical media, how I do my out and abouts and my unboxings and haul videos, everything that I've done for the channel, definitely hit subscribe and support the channel in a big bad way. I truly 100% appreciate it. But now that that is out of the way, let's dive into some boutique label appreciation, shall we? I don't know where I'm gonna start, but I kind of have a feeling, man, because this one I'm definitely anticipating in a big bad way, and that is this big bad sucker from good old Shout Factory. Oh, yeah, man. Now, Shout Factory has been putting out a lot of really good stuff as of late. They truly have, and these two titles, well, the first one I knew I was definitely going to get. The second one actually was a complete surprise, but I think it's going to be well worth it, man. Let's dive into this. Oh, this will be good. I gotta admit, sometimes they do package really well, Shout Factory. I've had packages where it was really shitty back in the day. I think they've kind of learned their lesson a bit. Thank God for that. Oh, thank God indeed, man. So, let's not waste any more time. Let's dive into this glorious Shout Factory package. What is inside here? Ooh, well, we have a smaller package inside of the bigger package, of course, and then we have something a little bit extra. Not bad. Let's start with the littler package inside here. Now, this one, yes, interesting. So, as you know, every now and again, what ends up happening is that Shout Factory, Scream Factory, they end up announcing just out of the blue random titles that are limited. Whether it's like a 1,500 run, 2,000, whatever it is, they are limiting it for a certain time, and when it goes, it's out of print. They're putting it out as an exclusive, and that's what they do. And I've gotten various ones over the years. Some I've passed on. This one definitely looks like it'll be up my alley. And I had never actually heard of this movie, but it looks really interesting. I'm willing to give it a go. It's got a great cast to it, and that is none other than Trouble in Mind. Oh, look at that, man. I mean, you've got Chris Christopherson, Keith Carradine, Laurie Singer. You've got Divine in here as well. Oh my God, man, the cast on this is amazing. It's kind of one of those mystery, noir, thriller, drama style movies, man. And I'm surprised I'd never heard of it. With a cast like this, man, I should have, but totally passed me by. And when they announced it, I was like, I wonder what this is about. And I looked up the trailer and I watched some clips on YouTube, and I'm intrigued. It looks fun. It looks dramatic. the old school noir sensibilities. I love that style of genre, and man, the actors in it alone definitely piqued my interest in a big bad way. So I'm gonna give it a go. I had to get it before it was gonna go out of print. It seems like one of those cult style movies that if you know it, you really know it, and you really love it. And I think I'm gonna dig this one. I really am, man. Trouble in Mind. Hopefully it's good trouble. Hopefully, indeed it is. Not half bad, baby. But what about the bigger package? What about this, man? You know how Shout Factory does it. One package within another. But at least they're packaging it well. At least they are. And this one is a classic. A horror classic. And one that's damn worth upgrading for. Yeah. And that is none other than The People Under the Stairs. Not bad. It also comes with the good old poster as well, which I don't really need. I'll probably sell it on eBay or something, to be fair, man. Somebody else can use it a hell of a lot better than me. All I wanted was the 4K. That's all I really wanted. And damn glad to actually have it, man. Look at this. Oh, this beauty, baby. Not bad. A little bit of Wes Craven love. Never heard nobody. And damn glad to add more to the collection. Now, actually, I did have this title previously because I had the Arrow Blu-ray edition of this. And at first, I was kind of wondering whether I really wanted to pick it up or not. Because the Arrow edition is really great. Did I really actually need a 4K copy of it? And the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, for this movie, why the hell not? Why the hell not indeed, man? Because it's Wes Craven, it's a great fucking movie, and I don't always upgrade for the 4K Scream Factories. Sometimes I'm just really happy with the edition that I get, Blu-ray from them previously. Certain ones like Dawn of the Dead or Bubba Hotep, certain ones where I'm like, I'm happy to have the Blu-ray, I have the old school collector's edition, it's fine by me. And then other ones, I kind of get the itch to want a little bit more. And this is one of those titles, man. And of course, it comes with the Slippy as well, which don't hurt either. So, yeah, why not, man? It's a great old school Wes Craven movie, man. Okay, is it as classic as A Nightmare on Elm Street? No. Is it as classic as Hills Have Eyes? Probably not. Yeah, there's a lot of more classic Wes Craven movies, to be fair, but this is still very much a top-tier Wes Craven film with great performances, creepy atmosphere, crazy kills. It's just wild and insane, and I love every second of this movie, man. It is really well done, and Wes Craven, there's a reason why he was one of the masters of terror, because he's just that good, man. He was one of the best horror filmmakers back in the day, and I'd argue still to this day, rarely unchallenged, man. I mean, he's really rock solid, dude. So, I love this. This is great. All the wonderful special features on top of it. So, if it's worth upgrading to 4K, I think for Wes Craven, yeah, I think it's worth my time and effort and money, dare I say. Not bad. Oh, man, can't say I love every Wes Craven movie because I really don't. My soul to take, anybody? Have you seen that piece of shit? Okay, I don't love everything, but for the most part, when I do love me some Wes Craven, I really do, and it's well worth adding more to the collection, even if it's a little 4K goodness. Not bad, baby. Oh, very sweet indeed. Very happy to add some 4K goodness of Wes Craven love for People Under the Stairs, and a little bit of exclusive goodness can't be beat. Now, where do we go? Well, you know, I think I know where we're gonna go next, guys. I think we do. And we'll go with a little bit of Dark Force Entertainment, man. Now, to be fair, with this title, okay, I wasn't entirely sure I was gonna pick it up. They released it, and I was kind of like, do I really need this title? Because Scream Factory actually did put this title out, lest we forget. And so I thought to myself, I didn't pick up the Scream Factory edition, so do I technically need this edition? And then the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, you know what, I do really like the movie. Cheesy, ridiculous as it is, I'm kind of a sucker for it. So I decided, why not, man? So I took the gamble. I decided I'm going to pick it up regardless. So hence, why not do it? And since Dark Force was having a sale, which don't hurt either, and it has a nice little slippy as well, which us collectors definitely appreciate. Let's not, mince words here. We love our slipcovers, okay? So I figured, why not pick it up? Why not get it? Because who knows if it's going to be around for much longer. So why not do it indeed? Make sure I open this thing up carefully so I don't damage the slipcover. And that, yes, is none other than Final Exam. Oh, look at that, baby. Yes. A little bit of old school 80s slasher cheesiness, anybody? I know you're down. So am I. Oh, yes. Look at that, baby. Look at that indeed. Nice. Oh, I'm definitely digging that, man. That is great. Some may pass the test. God help the rest. Oh. Oh, great, man. Yeah, if you remember, look, Scream Factory had put this out, and I was kind of like, I don't know whether I really need it or not. And I remember watching this way, way back in the day, dude. I rented this movie on fucking VHS, dude, okay? Yeah, I'm that old, all right? And I thought it was good for what it was, man. I mean, the thing about it, and you have to understand this, guys, is that as a horror lover, you end up going through all of the classics, right? You do all of these great ones that everybody recommends, all of the recognizable ones. And then you get down to the next tier. And the next tier is not as good as the first tier, but it's still pretty rock solid. And then you get down to the tier after that, and you're like, okay, not as good as the second tier, but it has some gems in it. Then you get lower, and you're like, huh, no wonder they aren't classics. But maybe they're called classics? And that's where Final Exam kind of lies at the end of the day, guys. Kind of in between there, man. It's nothing to write home about, but then again, it's got some quirky characters, some alright kills, some decent atmosphere. I kind of like it, man. So I wasn't going to go out of my way to pay exorbitant amounts of money for it, but if it was on a sale, I was going to give it a go, man. So why not? So I guess I'll put more cheesy 80s slasher goodness in the collection. It's not the best. It's not the worst. In the middle, sweet spot. I don't know about that, but I think it's worth the effort. Why not, man? Look at the bag, dude. Oh, fantastic. Not bad at all for a little bit of 80s slasher cheesiness. Dark Force Entertainment style, baby. Pretty damn sweet indeed. So, we go from Dark Force slashers to, I guess we'll try a little bit of Vinegar Syndrome love. Well, actually, partner label Vinegar Syndrome goodness. Because they had a sale not too long ago. And this sale was kind of like a random one-day sale, and they were having some of their partner labels priced actually really cheap. Most of them I didn't want, but there was one that kind of piqued my interest. And I was going to wait till it went down during another sale, but since it was pretty goddamn low this time around, I might as well take advantage of it. And, oh, Nice, nice indeed. With a little bit of good old partner appreciation. Zombies? Don't mind if I do with Eat Brains Love. Oh, yes. A road trip movie filled with heart and brains. If I told you last week we were going to turn into cannibal zombies, what would you have thought? I'd be hungered in anticipation. No pun intended. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's great. Nice. Almost like a zombie love story? Maybe? Kind of? Interesting. I gotta admit, what piqued my interest about this is, yes, the title, because, let's be real, how many times are you hearing that in your lifetime? I guarantee it ain't that much. Alright. Plus, what piqued my interest is actually the director, Rodman Flender, because this guy has directed one of my favorite horror comedies of all time. And actually, it came out from Scream Factory a long while back, but if you haven't ever watched it, I highly, and I mean seriously, highly recommend it. It is so, so good, man. And that is none other than Idle Hands. Oh, man, I love Idle Hands. It is so fun. I love the kills. I love the gore, the crazy wild hand. It's so fucking fantastic, man. And I'm like, okay, dude, the guy who directed Idle Hands is directing like a zombie love story movie. Okay, I've got to pick this thing up, dude. So instantly, that was definitely well worth my time, man. And I love me a good zombie movie. I mean, who doesn't, dude? I have a lot of them in the collection, man. I love a good zombie tale, man. From the old school Romero stuff, even to some of the more modern day takes. I like them all, man. Whether they're more dramatic, more action-packed, even the crazy Zack Snyder stuff, I love a lot of different types of zombie movies. So a zombie love story, why not give it a go, man? I mean, I've seen zombie love stories before, like Warm Bodies, which is alright. Nothing necessarily to write home about, but pretty decent. But the guy who directed a crazy wild hand killing teenagers is doing this. Consider me very, very intrigued, man. Not half bad. I mean, just the title alone got me, baby. Indeed it did. And, of course, the sale price as well, so I had to pick it up. Hopefully it's good, and if it is, it'll be a well-worthy zombie film to add to the collection. Not too shabby, baby. Not too shabby at all. Pretty goddamn sweet. Okay, so now we go from a little bit of partner label love to, why not, some Mondo Macabro, yes? Why not indeed, man? Because Mondo Macabro was yet putting up more pre-orders, and this one piqued my interest above everything else, man. And so I had to get it, dude. And like I said before, because I've loved Mondo Macabro, man. I've loved what Mondo Macabro does, because they put out some really wild and out there titles, man. Foreign releases that you've never heard of, and once you watch them, you kind of are glad you did, because you can't live without them. I mean, seriously, it's some really crazy and fascinating stuff that Mondo Macabro always has, man. And so when they announced this title, I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. It's an actor that fascinates me, and it's a story that's been told over and over again, but I suppose if it's done like this, I'll definitely give it a go. And that is none other than Night of the Executioner. Oh, look at that, man. A limited edition of 1,500, and I got 913. Not bad. At least it's a limited edition love, and I can definitely appreciate that, man. Oh God, to whom revenge belongs, thy vengeance now disclose. And vengeance will definitely be his, man. This stars Paul Naschy. Now, I am fascinated by Paul Naschy, dude. This guy was a very unique actor, man. Writer, director, producer, star. I mean, this guy did it all, right? And I'm actually slowly but surely trying to watch a lot more of his stuff, man. I know the Screen Factory put out a couple of volumes of a lot of Paul Naschy movies, and one of these days I've got to try to get those actual volumes, because this guy just really intrigues me, fascinates me all to hell, man. And I've loved pretty much all the stuff I've seen from him, man. I've loved him. I've loved what he's done as an actor. He does some really weird and odd projects, man, but dude, he's so good in them, man. I really love this guy. And when Mondo Macabro was announcing this, I'm like, I've got to pick this up. And what's interesting about this is it's actually kind of a Death Wish ripoff, because it's basically this guy celebrating his birthday with his wife and his kid. This gang, punks, whoever they are, basically are raping and murdering his wife and kid, and he survives, goes on a killing rampage to kill the punks who did him wrong, and all of the bloody vengeance that goes with that. That's pretty much Death Wish, okay? So it's basically taking the Death Wish story and just doing a Spanish-Mexican version of it, is pretty much what they're doing, man. And so Paul Naschy is pretty much replacing Charles Bronson, and I'm kind of cool with that. So I'm looking forward to this, man. If it's anything like the Death Wish movie, then you guys know how much I love the Death Wish flicks. This will be pretty goddamn cool, man. I've never heard of it, but it had Paul Naschy, a little bit of Death Wish homage, ripoff goodness, so I'm gonna give it a go, man. You know, like I said, Mondo Macabro puts out some really unique and fascinating things from time to time, and this is yet another one of them, man. I think I'm gonna dig a little bit of revenge goodness. Perhaps I will, man. Not bad indeed, baby. Why not take a little bit of a trip to a foreign country, perhaps? Why not, man? With a little bit of Umbrella Entertainment. Yes, indeed, man. Now, Umbrella Entertainment, I gotta admit, is a great Australian company. I love what they do, man. I don't always buy everything that they put out, but when there is stuff that I really appreciate, stuff that I really love, I'm gonna try to give it a go, man. And this looks like something that's right down my alley. The stuff that they ended up announcing in the past, I was like, ooh, it sounds good, dude. It sounds actually too good, and I've got to get it. So I decided to break open the wallet. Buying stuff from Umbrella is not exactly the cheapest, especially when it comes to shipping. So, like I said, if it's something that I want, I really have to want it in order to order it directly from the site. So, that being said, and all the peanuts involved, let's see what they got here. Ah, yes. The first thing I got is a release that, quite frankly, I didn't know whether I was going to get or not, but since I was getting the other ones as well, I might as well add this also. And it's a movie that's deeply disturbing. I mean, downright offensive to some people, and that's honest to God truth, man. If you've seen this movie, you know there is no going back when you watch Martyrs. Oh man, there really isn't, okay? Look, there is certain movies out there that you really can only watch once, because after you watch it, you really don't want to revisit it, man. I put Irreversible on that list, and I also include Martyrs there as well, man, because this movie was controversial from the word go. Alright, it was threatened with censorship. The director almost damn near got imprisoned for this damn thing. And when the audiences first watched this movie, when it premiered, they were just aghast at what they were watching on the screen in front of their eyes. I mean, it really gets to you, man, in just an emotional and dramatic way that just really just makes you question life, dude. I mean, my God, man. The first time that I watched it, I had heard all of these things about this movie, and I thought, oh man, it can't be that fucking disturbing. And then after watching it, no, it really was, man. This movie fucks you up. It really does, dude. And yeah, why am I putting this in the collection, man? Because I think for me, you can't just have poppy, just easy to digest movies in your collection, right? Yes, those movies are really great to watch and they're worth it to watch it, and I have a fun time watching them. But you also need movies that are really going to challenge you. Movies that are really going to make you question life itself. And it's movies like Martyrs that don't come around very often, man. Movies like this are a dime in a dozen, but I'm kind of glad that they are, because if they made more movies like Martyrs, man, we live in a really, really disturbing world, man. We really would. But ever so occasionally, you get a movie like Martyrs, which is really going to just open your eyes in the most craziest, insane of ways, and this movie does it, dude. I mean, basically, it's about these two girls who are tortured for months and months on end, man. And whether it's through pain or starvation, other ways of torture, and you think it's just random for random's sake. Like, these people are just doing this to these girls just to be sick and demented and twisted. But there's actually a reason why. I won't say what it is, but man, when you find out, you're like, I don't know whether it was worth it or not, but geez, it definitely is an experience, isn't it? My God, dude. This movie is just one crazy insanity trip. And you're just going through this movie, you're just feeling sorry for these girls every step of the way. And you just are feeling helpless. And you feel like you want to call like 911, man. You just feel like, dude, can I help these girls in some way? Because I feel like I'm participating in this. And it just really gets under your skin, man. It really does. It's truly, truly disturbing, and man, is it just twisted in all kinds of wrong, but it really does affect you. And cinema is not meant to be safe. Cinema is meant to really challenge you and to really make you feel things that you've never felt before. And Martyrs does that. So I don't know how many times I'm going to bust it out of the collection. I don't know how many times I'm going to have a party with friends like, hey, you want to watch Martyrs? Like, I don't think that's going to be happening, guys. But every once in a while, sure, if I'm in the mood. I don't know what mood you got to be in to watch this, but if I'm in the mood, I'll give it a go, man. Wowzers. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's an experience, but that was an add-on, right? Because I didn't start wanting some of the stuff in here because of Mars. It was just, hey, they have it. Why not get it, right? When in Rome? Sure, why not? But these two titles I definitely was interested in. This one, I don't know, not as much as the other one I'll show off, but this one definitely piqued my interest, and then I watched it on YouTube, and then I realized, dude, I need this in the collection. I can't say that all found footage movies are good, because they're not, but this one actually is pretty goddamn solid, and that is none other than The Tunnel. Look at this, man. Look at this. It's kind of cool. It's got the actual edition in it with the slipcover. It's got a booklet inside of it. It's got all the information right there, which is pretty cool. And it actually is almost like an evidence book, like you get from like the police department or some shit, right? Like, do not air Yeah, look at that, dude. It's actually kind of cool, man. I didn't expect it to be this cool. This is awesome, dude. Wow, man. Okay, so if you have never heard of the tunnel, I actually highly recommend it, okay? Because you have to remember now we're in this digital age where found footage is really not as affecting as it used to be back in the day, right? Movies like The Blair Witch Project or The Last Broadcast, Cloverfield even. I mean, those movies were at a time when it was very, very early internet, AOL days, where you didn't know what was fact or fiction. You didn't know what was real or wasn't. And it was the Wild West, dude. And it was certain found footage movies that really opened your eyes in a big bad way. And The Tunnel was absolutely one of them, man. It's an original Australian found footage movie. And basically, it's about this reporter who is hearing things about these homeless people that are going missing in the tunnel subway system. What's happening here? Why is it happening? Is the government doing this? Are they getting rid of them? Is there something mysterious going on? They don't know, and so they go and investigate it themselves, this news crew, and all of the crazy insanity that happens, man. And it is really well done. It's actually kind of brilliant because you don't know where this movie is heading. You know it's got to be something eerie and unpredictable and something that's outside the box, maybe some weird creatures or something like that. But you're just constantly like leaning in, right? You're just involved with it. The further that the news crew is going into the tunnels, the further that they're exploring, you get the found footage, you get testimonials from the people that survived, and they're talking about the horrific circumstances, and you're just like involved, man. You're in. And it just sucks you in so fast, man. And it's so good. It almost feels like you're watching like an unsolved mysteries documentary or something. It really is that good. And I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed it. At the end of the movie, I was creeped out. I was under the blanket. I was like, I'm not going in the tunnels. Nobody's going to make me go in the tunnels. It really got to me, dude. And I got to admit, it's been a long time since found footage has really done that, man. I mean, the last one that really did it was the very first Paranormal Activity film, man. Nowadays, with the internet, it's kind of ruined found footage to a certain degree, right? Because you know it's all fake, and you know that it's all Hollywood and shit, and so it's not as good as it used to be. But I give The Tunnel a lot of credit. And I gotta say, it actually really is probably one of the best found footage movies that I've ever seen, man. I do put it up there with Blair Witch. I do put it up there with The Last Broadcast and a lot of other really great ones out there, man. And it truly is a case of the less you see, the better. It's in your imagination. You hear the sounds, you hear the noises and the screaming, and you see a little bit here, a little bit there, the corner there. You kind of think you see something, but you're not sure. It's all about what you see, what you don't see, and how it affects you within the storytelling. I think it's really well done, man. And when I saw it on YouTube, I knew I had to order this thing, and it looks fucking awesome, dude. It looks great, man. I can't say I'm going to be having a lot of found footage in the collection, but every once in a while, there's one that comes along that's well worth owning, and The Tunnel's definitely one of them. Not bad, baby. Not bad indeed. I was kind of on the fence with that one. It won me over, but what I really wanted, the one that definitely piqued my interest above them all, because when my girlfriend and I watched this on the Roku channel, we thought to ourselves, my God, man, this is one of the most brilliant musical biopics of all time. And it's ridiculous, it's over the top, and it's weird, but with a guy like this, it kind of makes sense. With Weird The Al Yankovic story. Oh, yes, look at this. Oh, man, of course you got the great edition in there. You got a booklet, some art cards. Oh, look at that. Oh, so good. So fantastic. Oh my god, dude. I can't believe that I have this, man, in my hand right now. The Weird Al biopic, man. That's crazy, dude. Because, when they released it on streaming on the Roku channel, I thought, I don't know if we're ever going to get an edition of this movie on physical. Like, it's nice that it's out there and people can watch it, but I kind of want a physical copy of this, and damn, I'm glad to have it, man. This is great. This is all kinds of just cheesy, over-the-top craziness, man. It really is, dude. And at first, here I am watching this biopic with my girlfriend and thinking to myself, oh, it's gonna be like this standard biopic, hey, his upbringing and then him trying to get into the music industry and failing and then finally succeeding, and it kind of starts to go there, right? And then it just goes so batshit insane that you're like, wait a minute, is this real? Did this actually happen to Weird Al? Wait a minute, he was in the jungles of Vietnam. What? Dating Madonna? It just goes all over the place, man. And at a certain point, you just kind of sit back and are like, okay, I'm just going to let this movie take me wherever it's going to go, because I have no idea. Suddenly, Weird Al is like, having a karate fight with these Vietnam people. I'm like, what the like, what's happening, dude? It's fucking nuts, man, okay? But it's the best batshit insanity, because technically what this movie is that, yes, it's a biopic, but it's a parody of a biopic. Kind of like how Weird Al's music is a parody of other songs, this biopic is a parody of every other standard biopic you've ever seen. It's just all the same beats that every biopic does, but this movie makes fun of every single one of those. And I loved it. God damn, dude. I love this so much, man. I love Daniel Radcliffe here as Weird Al. I remember seeing pictures of Daniel Radcliffe with the fro and the mustache, and at first I'm like, I don't know if this works or not. Like, it kind of is really weird. And once you see the movie, it totally works. Daniel Radcliffe, man, he totally invests himself as Weird Al. I love him in this movie, man. He is absolutely embracing the utter ridiculousness of this. I love everybody else involved here, man. It is so great. The music is infectiously fun. The performances are wild. The scenarios are just nutty as hell. I love this movie, man. And as somebody who loves biopics, musical biopics, as much as I do, this movie is kind of a breath of fresh air, man. It's a movie that is not taking itself seriously at all. It's just having just a crazy amount of fun and just wanting the audience to go for the ride. And that's what I did, man. Damn. I really, really love the hell out of this movie, dude. If you have not watched this movie, if you have streaming, if you're able to get the Roku channel, watch Weird, because, man, it is just so fun. And at a certain point, you just let yourself go. Like, my girlfriend and I were like, wait a minute. Did this happen to Weird Al? And I'm literally, while we're watching the movie, I'm literally looking on my phone. I'm like, I don't think this happened in Weird Al's life. And I'm like, oh, it's just wanting to just be a parody for parody's sake. And I'm just like, okay. And instead of trying to look this shit up and trying to, like, figure out what's real or fake, I'm just going with it, man. And that's what you got to do with this flick. And it really is all kinds of entertaining insanity. It's so good. And, man, when Umbrella announced this, I'm like, I've got to get this thing. So, yes. Great little big-ass box for a little bit of weird love. Not bad. I'm a huge fan of Weird Al, so having this is definitely up my alley. Not bad at all, man. Pretty goddamn sweet. The Umbrella love is definitely worth it. But hate to say it, guys, but we've got one more package left. I know it's been a wild ride, so much great physical media, but we've got one left, and why not it be from Terror Vision? Oh man, dude, I am starting to absolutely love Terror Vision. It is a great company that is doing some amazing releases. I've loved some of the stuff they've put out. In my last unboxing, I showed you guys what I got from them, and you know, now I'm kind of like anticipating every new thing that they're gonna put out. I can't say I'm gonna buy it, but I'm there for the announcement in a big bad way. I truly am. And when they announced this title, I damn near freaked. I was like, oh my god, we're finally getting a great edition of this? Oh, that's so cool. That's so great, man. Oh, so amazing. Look at this. Pixie straws, spider rings. You know how Terror Vision does it. But what I'm really wanting is the physical media love. That's what I want, baby. And this is definitely not going to disappoint, man. One of the best Scream Queens of all time is getting a little more love from another boutique label. And you definitely got to appreciate it when we're talking about none other than Linnea Quigley's Horror Workout. Oh, oh yes! Finally getting a little bit of boutique label love, because I'll give you a workout you'll never forget. Oh, will you now? Ah, damn, man. Look at this. So great. Oh, so amazing. God damn, dude. This is awesome. This will probably be the only workout video that I will ever own in my entire life, guys, okay? I'm working on the dad bod, so I'm not going too much into the killer workout realm, but once in a while with Linnea, won't hurt. Ah, it won't hurt at all, man. Goddamn, dude. Now, actually, this has gotten a physical media release before, because if you by chance got the 88 Films release of Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, one of the special features on there is none other than Linnea Quigley's workout video. Yes, there actually was. So I've had this in the collection for quite a while. I've had an edition of this, but again, it was an add-on. Probably not the best quality. So when they announced an actual standalone physical release of this, that's when I definitely perked up in a big bad way, man. And this is great. Linnea Quigley is amazing. There is no doubt about that in my mind, man. She is one of the best scream queens of all time. We always talk about Jamie Lee Curtis, and rightfully so, because she definitely deserves it. But I think Linnea Quigley stands shoulder to shoulder with her in a big bad way, man. She has been in so many horror movies, man. Look that shit up. Whether it's Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, Return of the Living Dead. She's been in a whole lot of stuff over the years, man. And I've always loved her. She's always like that party girl, man. I mean, even in like Night of the Demons, man, she's so great, dude. When she gets possessed and she puts like the lipstick thing in her boob. Oh, man, she's just having fun being sexy and mischievous, and I love her in those roles, man. And you gotta remember the time that this movie came out, this workout video, because workout videos was a big thing, man. Like, you had Jane Fonda, and you had Suzanne Summers, and you had all of these people doing these workout routines and putting them on VHSs and videotapes, and they were selling like gangbusters, man. And so it's kind of a fun idea to think about a workout video in more of a horror style. And Linnea Quigley, being as sexy as she was back in the day, still is. So she's like, why not take advantage of it? So thus we have the horror workout video, man. And this is great. Man, having a slumber party with these other girls and working out, having a workout routine with zombies, all the weird, hilarious hijinks, and a killer on the loose. It's crazy. It's wild. It's ridiculous. It's over the top. It's all kinds of cheese. But I love the living hell out of it, man. I truly do. And to get an actual physical copy, an actual great edition with slipcover, and the artwork is so cool. Oh, man. Dude, that's amazing. Oh, that's awesome. God damn, that's so cool, dude. Oh, this is great. Look, Linnea Quigley is an awesome person. I met her at a convention many years ago. She was one of the nicest people on the planet. Talk your ear off constantly. And, man, if I see her again, I think I'll know what I'll have her sign. I think I will indeed, man. Oh, dude. So great. So fucking awesome. And look, if you're gonna have a workout video, yeah, I guess you could go with that Jillian Michaels bullshit at the Dollar Tree, but wouldn't you rather want a little bit of horror workout love? I think you do. It'll get you in shape. Well, at least I hope so. At least I hope so indeed, man. Not bad. Oh, dude. I never thought I'd see the day, but damn glad I have. Thank the Lord for TerrorVision. In fact, thank the Lord for all of these boutique label love, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't get all these goodies. Oh, we certainly wouldn't. Look at that. That's one hell of a stack. And I'm going to have a lot of movie watching ahead of me. But I think I'm going to have a lot of fun doing it. Oh, I truly will, man. What did you get lately? What were some of your pickups? You gotta let me know, man. Were they as good as mine? I'm dying to find out. Let me know. Leave a comment down below. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely give it the thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Check out the other unboxing videos, Blu-ray pickups, live streams, out and about videos that I do for new releases every single week, movie reviews with my friends, and so much more. If you are a lover of movies and physical media, hit subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. I've had wonderful people who comment and support the channel, and it means so much to me, and that's why I continue doing this, because the community is so amazing. I love the physical media life. I love the people who appreciate physical media, and this channel has been amazing, and I've interacted with so many wonderful people over the years, and it's been a pleasure. And if you want to join the crowd, definitely do it. Definitely hit subscribe. Keep up to date with everything I'm doing through Instagram and Facebook, FilmFan108. Keep update with everything I'm doing, plus special pictures and videos I do from time to time on social media as well. And if by any chance you want to send the channel any movie-related goodness, you can do that. The P.O. Box is in the description below. It's not expected, but it is definitely appreciated. And I've got some amazing things from you guys. You guys have sent me so much great love, and I keep the P.O. Box open for you guys to send me anything, anytime you choose, and I can't wait to see where the P.O. Box adventures take me next. So if you are interested, the P.O. Box address is down below. But I guess I'm gonna opening up some packages and watching a little bit of movie love. It's gonna take me a while to get through it, but you know what? I don't mind. I don't mind indeed, guys. So I will see you back next time for a brand new unboxing video. Take care, everybody, and remember, happy hunting.